check. 1, 2, check. 1, 2. 1, 2, check. All right, I'm starting an excellent series. I finally got the direction, I should say, in which men should go. Because I was trying to show y'all that legal stuff, but no, there's probably not one of you that could rock with me on that. That's just what it is. If you know legal, you know the rules of civil procedure, then email me, text me, we'll get down. You know what I'm saying? But otherwise, I really couldn't teach you all that. But what I can teach you is this new series I'm about to do. All right, and we'll just get right into it. Let me share my screen. Let me throw a little song in the back. A little something in the back. All right. Looks like there's one person watching. Say, holler at you. Come on and salute your brother. I'll go ahead and put the link in there like I always do. Somebody wants to come and chop it up or whatever. But here's what I'm going to show you, all right? I'm just going to share a screen and we're going to get right into it. I need a little something in the background though. Hold on a second. I thought this thing played a little bit of music, some. Let's see. Styles, medias, assets. Yep. What is all this? What is this? Tropical summer? Are we in the tropical summer? Let's see. All right. Here we go. A little bit. All right, let me share my screen. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, all right? I'm going to share my whole screen. Shut it down, music. Because I don't know who knows where I'm going to be going with it. Mean guy. Yeah. Okay, check this out. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you this book, all right? Can I do it like this? Hold on. This. I'm on my screen on one side and the screen on the other side. How do you do this? Boom. Full screen. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I can rock with this. Okay, check this out. Okay, so let's, I guess what we'll do is we'll start with Genesis. That's the first thing comes to mind. Genesis 1, Genesis 2, Genesis 3, and 16. Right, unto the woman he said. So what I'm going into is this is called this series, and I don't know how long this is going to take. I'm pretty sure this might take up to 6 months, but occult feminism. All right, so everybody there's probably nobody out there that can say, okay, well, feminism is not a problem if you're a real man, especially if you're a man of God, and if you're a man that diveth into the Bible, then you know what I'm talking about, okay? If you're a man of the spirit, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you're just a simp, you're going to get cut, or there'll be some friction rubbing on your forehead or something, you know what I mean? But that's okay. You simps got to be called out. And through all this Hebrew Israelite thing, the most men I've ever met, all their wives got them in check. And these men in the Hebrew Israelite movement, they are not ruling their household. I don't think I've met one man in the Hebrew Israelite movement that was married that his wife wasn't running the show. Okay. My brother Cisco is the only exception. That man has his house in check. And that's what it is. A man has to have his house in check. I mean, the Most High that created the earth you stand on, the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food you eat, the one that made man out of the dust of the earth, made man first and made the woman out of his rib. Anyway, I won't have to say it. We'll just let a woman say it, because there's this woman I bought her book, and I've been finding her on YouTube and whatnot, and she'll say it for herself about feminism. Okay, her name's Rachel Wilson. I think she's an amazing woman, as well as my wife, because a true man of God is gonna have a badass wife, bro. Okay, because the Most High blessed him with that amazing, powerful woman. Because there's a difference between female and woman, right? The difference is a female could be a dog, a monkey, a squirrel, a cat. Those are all females. But a woman is made out of the side of the rib of the man who came from the dust, created by the Most High's hands. All right. Anyway, so let's get it. Genesis 3:16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. All right, this is the order that it was set. This is the order. He didn't say that Eve shall rule over Adam, the one that made the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food you eat, and the earth you stand on, and the sky that you live under. He set the rule. I didn't set the rule. Mankind didn't set the rule. The one that made mankind set the rule. Okay, so anything that doesn't run the program that the designer made will be deleted. There's game theory or whatever. Everybody says, okay, well, the architect that made this, if the program that he wrote is corrupted, what does he do? He starts it over all throughout time. I mean, we could just go to Genesis chapter 6, right? In Genesis chapter 11, Noah's Ark and the Tower of Babel. If it goes outside his design, then what does the architect or the designer do? He's going to start it over. All right, but why did Eve listen to Satan and not, well, the shining one? Because he was shining, you know. He thought he was like Adam. She thought he was like Adam. Satan came in and started smooth talking, huh? Now the serpent, let's see, Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle. If we go into that word serpent, it means shining one. The serpent, Nahas. Let me see, I'll find it in here. Hopefully it's in here, but it means shining one. Doesn't necessarily mean like a reptile. Well, it could be a reptile, it could be a reptilian. But the Nahas means shining one. Because the ones that made us are the one that made us. Okay, let's see. The Gesenius Hebrew Chaldee lexicon. The serpent, so called from its hissing, use of the constellation of the serpent. Oh, shoot. So we got to go into astrology. Our dragon, Dracos, right? Okay, so it's Dracos. That's interesting. I just start hearing about that 13th constellation. Oh man, in the northern part of the sky, of a town otherwise unknown, of a king of the Ammonites. Man, I swear it said it was, this means shining one. Gosh. Whatever, that's besides the point, alright? My point that I was trying to show y'all was occult feminism. Let me stick to the script, okay? Alright, so there's this book, and I'm going to be reading it. I was lucky enough to find a PDF copy online. We're gonna go into this deep, okay? This is by a woman. This woman is named Rachel Wilson. Okay, I'm gonna pull her up real quick. So y'all can't sit here and say, Rachel Wilson. There she is, right here. This is the author of this book, and there's her husband. What's his name? Andrew Wilson. So she's the author of this book. Rachel Wilson, Occult Feminism, The Secret History of Women's Liberation. Occult Feminism, The Secret History of Women's Liberation by Rachel Wilson. Oh man, are they going to make me watch ads every... I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay, how could I do this ad free? Block this document. Oh, damn. Skip ad. All right, I'll try to find something. I don't want to get ads on every damn page, though. This is gonna be bullshit. All right, okay. Let me just try to stick to this, and if it becomes a hindrance, if I'm in the flow zone, then I guess I'm gonna have to figure out how to get it without ads. Right. All right. So here it is. Occult Feminism, The Secret History of Women's Liberation. And this is going to be, let's go up here. I'm going to edit this and put episode 1. Because this is going to be the first of a series. I'm going to jump back in here and show you since what time it is. You know what I'm saying, guy. All right. You simps. All right, check it out. Occult Feminism, The Secret History of Women's Liberation by Rachel Wilson. And what's interesting here is this symbolism is... This is symbolism. Well, I wouldn't say it's an ancient symbol. Well, it is an ancient symbol, but my point is that right here, this is Shabbat. This represents, oh no, not necessarily. This represents from new moon to new moon, from one Shabbat to another. These are the crescents, right? Waxing and waning. Yeah, I don't like that. Download free for 30 days. Subscribe to this document. All right, I think I'm gonna have to pay for this. If you want to help me, I'll go through this study, man. You know, then $11. Download your document right now. Free trial. I can read it quicker than 30 days. Download. Okay. Download and print documents. Continue a free trial. I don't know if it's gonna let me read this. Oh shit, I can't show you that. right? So, what's it gonna be? I got it already. I'll tell you what I want to do. We're gonna make this old school. We're gonna do this old school, all right? I got the book right here. What I'm gonna do is just take pictures of it like I used to, and then I'm gonna upload it, right? And it's gonna be like just another one come apart. It wouldn't come apart. Okay. All right. So let's see. Copyrights to there's that introduction. All right. I want to go for the introduction. This is okay. We'll just go over the introduction for now because I'm sure there's plenty to talk about right there. No big deal. I know nobody watching right now anyway. It's like, yeah, you can't shit. Okay, my tongue. Jesus Christ, Son of God, forgive me, I'm a sinner. Alright, I'm going to take a picture of just the intro. We'll just go over it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just going to... There's too low for a flash. Alright, no big deal. Let's just rock it, dude. We'll see what happens, you know what I'm saying? Just the intro by itself is like 4 pages. That's going to be funny to go over. Because y'all got to catch up. You Sims got to catch up. Let's see. Put some light here, man. This is old school, bro. We're still doing old school. We'll teach yourself some times, right? Yeah, there's down. There's my page is just a little intro. We're just gonna rock the intro. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to upload these to a specific email. Let's do this email. Let's try. I tried the right word. Don't let your children listen to that Canaanite music, man. Oh, my phone just died. Alright. God help me. Alright, so we're just gonna have to do it like this. What happened to that? God help me. I wasn't prepared for this, but anyway. Let me just read try to find it again. Nope. Alright, check it out. We'll just get it. Feminism, occult feminism, Rachel Wilson. It's one L. PDF. Yeah. All right, let me try again. Okay, so this, what I'm trying to do is go over this Rachel Wilson, the occult feminism, the secret history of women's liberation, right? And the moon, the full moon. But I was saying earlier that, yeah, that's not the Hebrew or Chinese tradition. But this image here is a powerful image all throughout history. Because we get into fertility. So I think it's kind of been like the battle since beginning of time. Woman represents, well, the image of the woman represents fertility. That goes into fertility of all ideas, all possible ideas, even ideas that haven't even been thought of yet. It represents the boundless, eternal, all and nothing, meaning that every possibility, all possibility. The image represents all possibility without boundary. Okay, so it's the dissolving of structure. The man, this is why she's curvy. The man represents order, structure, point A to point B, logic, math, science, energy, electricity, spirituality, all right, thought, creation, innovation, all right. And what had happened in our recent time, and this is why I think that we're actually in Satan's little season in the time frame that we're in now, because the Statue of Liberty, right, when it was erected, Satan's little season to me represents the dissolving of structure and boundaries and solidified ideas, even to the point of what is a woman and what is a man, right? If we've entered into this era where something simple enough, the simplest, most foundational, most solidified ideas as man and woman has been dissolved, okay? And that's feminism. Man is structure. Man comes in and takes the measurement, sets the boundaries, and lays the foundation, all right? But the feminine energy represents all possibility, all happening at once, like a fantasia of every watercolor you could possibly imagine and pouring it into one pool and spinning it a little bit. If you were to get a gallon of paint of every possible color and then you were to pour it into a large disc and spin it a little bit, tie-dye, you know what I'm saying? Hippie shit, like, you know, the 70s, flower power, occultism, Eastern idealized religions, Shakti and Shiva, in transcendental meditation, or they call it intertranscendental meditation. The cover of the Beatles album cover, the White Rabbit. Is it called the White Rabbit? Yeah, that's feminism. Man is a ruler. Man is a Messianic 24-hour ruler. Man is point A to point B, mathematics, science, right? So that's what that image represents. I mean, we could go. It goes into ancient. Images of fertility. Look at this woman. This is the first porn. This is the first porn. Ancient images of fertility. This is all possible without boundary. 100 tits on this woman's chest. This is the image of fertility. This is the image of femininity. Big hips, a mama panza, and tetas grandes, right? The image of fertility. The first pornography. This is where we're at now, because women that are built like this, they're not ashamed anymore, right? And they're coming out and they're being body positive and all that. That also, you know, corroborates the idea that I feel like we're in Satan's little season. Satan's little season is like the comeback of the rebellion of Eve back in Genesis, right? Let's go back. Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. Why is she talking to this man? Who gave her permission to talk to this man? Where's Adam at? Why is she wandering off from Adam? Right? That she was made to be a help. That's what it is. She's supposed to help you. Where at? We gotta go to the previous. Where the Lord that made the heaven and earth made the woman. And over the woman is, who has control over the woman is a powerful thing, you know? It changes the course of history. It changes the course of the world. So on the seventh day, all right, we need to go before that. God made the firmament. I'm gonna show you Sims what time it is, bro. All right, God said, let them be fruitful, multiply. These are like pre-Adamites. On the sixth day. So God created man in his own image. In his image of God, he created he, him, male and female. God said, let make man in our image. Let's get an image real quick. Because we're talking about powerful images, right? Hey.
Strong's H.
All right, I'll check it out here in a minute. Thank you. Did you set it up and connect it to the internet and all that? We can look at it online. Figure it out. Okay, image of tumorous mice, heathen gods, image, likeness of resemblance, mirror, mire, empty, image, empty, semblance, from an unused root meaning to shade, a phantom, illusion, resemblance, hence a representative figure, especially an idol image, vain shoe, heathen gods. All right, what else? So we're going back into the feminine cultism, right? So that's the image we're dealing with. Rachel Wilson, she is the author of this. So you can't say this is ideas not coming from me. It's coming from this woman here that wrote this book, Occult Feminism, right? Occult Feminism, The Secret History of Women's Liberation. Okay, let's go to so we're gonna go to the introduction, and that's fire. I think I found one that's gonna let me read it without damn ads. That's what's up. I gotta save this. Let me save this. Save it. Favorite sport, Occult Feminism, done. Boom. Boom. Okay, check it out. We're gonna go over this now. I'm finally getting who's in here. Anybody in here? Holler. Salute your brother, man. All right, check this out. Occult Feminism. We're going into the ancient images. We're going into Genesis chapter 3 and 16, and we're going to feminism. This is the cause of all this. Repeal 19. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you Sims what time it is. Check it out. Let's go into this. I just got excited because I found a copy with no ads, bro. Check it out. Okay, introduction. Feminism in the United States. Feminism in the United States and the Western world today is widely regarded as completely positive, necessary, and logical struggle for equality and justice between the sexes. That's what it's regarded as, right? And if you're not with that, if you don't rock with that, what are they going to call you? They're going to call you a misogynist. They're going to call you you hate women and this and that. But what I'm telling you is this woman wrote this, not me. Okay. So feminism, the feminist ideology and its resulting political movements have been responsible for the most broad, listen to this. Let me read it again. Feminist ideology and its resulting political movements have been responsible for the most broad, sweeping, and fundamental social changes in human history. In a very short span of only about 100 years, it is astonishing to reflect upon the fact that the overall structure and organization of human families, governments, and society at large that were consistent across many thousands of years of civilization all around the world were completely dismantled in less than a century. You see that? Thousands of years we've been living like man, woman, and child. All right? Ancient images of man, check this out, ancient Egyptian images of man, woman, and child. I think you're going to get Egypt. Man, woman, and child by celestial design. If there's an Egyptian, king, I think it's his name is Hotep. Let's see. They show a lot of woman with child, but there's ancient Egyptian architect or ancient Egyptian statues of the late Egyptian god king. I can't remember his name. Anyway, so over thousands of years, the idea is that this feminism has dismantled the fundamental social foundations of human families, governments, and society that were consistent across many thousands of years of civilization all around the world were completely dismantled in less than a century. Less than 100 years, they changed the idea of what is a woman, what is a man. And nobody got nothing to say about it. All right, I'll just keep going. It's a stunning and fascinating phenomenon when you stop to think about it. There is no other revolutionary social change that compares to the rise of modern feminism and the infinite impact it has had on the way people think, live, and organize. Feminist ideology truly changed the framework of how human beings perceive themselves and each other. It has revolutionized everything about human life, redefined what it means to be a man, woman, mother, or father. It changed what comes to our minds when we think of leadership, authority, and power. Feminist has indeed transformed our reality in every aspect and dimension you can think of, from daily care of our homes and children to how we operate in the workplace or schools. We can see its influence so heavily in all aspects of pop culture and entertainment today, and it's hard to see the infamous patriarchy. And it's hard to see the infamous patriarchy without the use of a microscope. Girl power is everywhere. In popular music, the charts are consistently dominated by female singers and rappers whose central subject matter seems to be the power of female sexuality. And in 2020, the chart were absolutely dominated by this theme with stars like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Miley Cyrus, Lady Gaga, Doja Cat, Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish, and Ariana Grande, all of whom are self-proclaiming feminists with very strong messages of female empowerment and sexual liberation dominating their music. In fact, the top earning celebrity in 2020 was a young woman. The top earning celebrity of 2020 was a young woman, according to Forbes magazine. Kylie Jenner made an estimated $590 million in 2020 alone, out-earning male pop stars and athletes by a significant margin with her mega brand, which includes a TV show and publicity trade cosmetics company. Kylie earned 3.5 times as much as runner-up Kanye West, who made $170 million. She is notorious for transforming her entire appearance through dozens of cosmetic surgeries. See that? The all and nothing. So this idea, that's huge. I'm telling you that it's all possible. Whatever's all possibilities. How is it possible a person can change their face? So it's almost like this, and it's true. Let's go into this. This is an interesting topic. She is notorious for transforming her entire appearance. Transforming. This is the transformation. All is possible. There are no boundaries. There are no rules. There are no defined lines. Even to the point where it's become, well, we don't even know the people. No, I know. You know. Whoever watching this know. Don't. The majority of people, like, I don't know if it's the majority or how many people, from what the statistics say as far as like how people vote and shit, it's half the country. 175 million people think like this, don't know what a woman is or can't define a woman. Transformation, the all and nothing, anything is possible, to the point where natural beauty is not even considered beauty. What's beautiful now is transforming your entire appearance through dozens of cosmetic surgeries. This right here, this is a good idea. It's transforming your entire appearance. It's like I need to take notes, right? Transforming her entire appearance through dozens of cosmetic surgeries. Transforming your entire appearance. The all and nothing. No boundaries. Let me get some images of transforming your entire appearance. I don't know, let's just put it in there. Boom. See what happens. Transforming her entire appearance to business. Mary Magdalene. Her name is Mary Magdalene? Whoa. And she, you know what's strange is that name right there is a fundamental, foundational icon of esoteric Gnosticism. Mary Magdalene. They say that she had Jesus' baby. Let's see if the image is transforming your entire appearance. This one. That's what I'm saying. It's Fantasia. Because a woman that hasn't had surgery, I think it's probably like, okay, for example, these long ass eyelashes, right? I put long ass. Long eyelashes. Stick-ons. Stick-ons. Okay. Retarded. It's more retarded than that. Ridiculous. Money, bro. Like that. This is the image I'm talking about. And what's strange is these. Why? The reason why. And this is a Canaanite spirit. All right. And I know it's a Canaanite spirit because, see, men don't like this. All right. Women only do it to get looked at by other women because it's a fashion of women that women like. All right. It's a fashion that women like. Men don't like that. They do it just to attract other women's gaze. Right? But it's the all without boundary. And even listening to these people's music will corrupt your children. Just like you said, Cardi B, right? What does she say about the Cardi B? Check it out. Let's read this part again because this was fire. You can see its influence. We're talking about occult feminism. You can see its influence so heavily in all aspects of pop culture and entertainment today. And this is the driving force behind how people think. It is hard to see the infamous patriarchy without. when did patriarchy become infamous? The infamous patriarchy without the use of a microscope. Girl power is everywhere. In popular music, the charts are consistently dominated by female singers and rappers whose central subject matter seems to be the power of female sexuality. In 2020, the charts were absolutely dominated by this theme, with stars like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Miley Cyrus, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift. This is just too much. This is too much. Look at this. Bro, I don't like how let's see what Google comes up with. What they represent. Even this dude right here, isn't he like a homosexual? What is his name? Bad Bunny. And homosexuality is also a feminist spirit. Oh yeah. Let's see. These are the women, the images that are ruling. This is the spirit of the age, right? This is the spirit of the age. The boundless. Let's see how much money they got. Okay. They know that Taylor Swift has 560 million. What's her name? I don't know. I don't know. I know that chick's name is Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, Ariana Grande. This is Cardi B, I think, and Gaga, and Mariah Carey. But the idea is this image in the ruling spirit of this age. And I hope we're coming out of it. I don't know. I don't know if we're coming out of it or we're just tapping into it. But it says Satan's season is a short time, right? A little season. Revelations, is it 20? All right, but the rest of the dead lived and not. This is Revelations 25. But the rest of the dead lived not again until 1,000 years are finished. So hold on, let me see where it says that he set up little season right here. Okay, Revelations 23, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set the seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. So I hope to God that we're only in this little season. Hopefully we're coming out of it. And it seems to be significant that America is coming around its 250-year anniversary, right? And the symbol of America is this here. This image here. But they say that this image represents a man dressed in drag. Yeah, because when you look at the face, it don't look like a woman to me. And so I think this is represent feminism as well. And hopefully, I don't know, Satan's little season. But what is a little season, you know? I'm thinking a little season. So like I think a season's like 1,000 years, and then a little season is like a quarter of that, 250 years, right? Statue of Liberty. Liberty, it's that name Liberty, that goes back into the Greek. Liberty is a Greek god. Check this out. Is it a Greek god? Or is it Liberty, the personification of liberty is Aleutria. In Greek culture, Aleutria was the personification of freedom and liberty, both personal and freedom and liberty without boundaries, right? Which is the all and nothing. But if perfect, you gotta have balance. If you don't have any structure to boundaries, but that's a whole nother thing. So it's liberty is the personal personification, personal and political. The world itself comes from Aleuthros free. In the Greek mythology, Aleutria embodied the ideal of being free from oppression, whether physical, social, or spiritual. Anyway, yeah, man, so we're just tapping into this. I'm sure there's a lot more to go into, because I think I could just keep going into this, but I said I'd get through the introduction, all right? All these ideas of feminism, female sexual liberation. What's strange is I guess we're living in an epidemic of whoredom. Let's see if I can find that from what's his name. I wonder if it would Bill Burrs. Whores. Epidemic whores? Yeah. We're talking about whores here.
I'm afraid to get married, man.
Maybe I should speed it up so I don't get no strikes or something.
Why man wouldn't be afraid to get married at this point? Look at COVID, look at the shit he's going through right now. Right? Guys getting a divorce, his wife's gonna get $70 million. Never hit a layup in her life. Can anybody explain these divorce settlements? Can anybody make sense of these fucking things? Tiger Woods' wife, $250 million. She's a babysitter worth $250 million fucking dollars. Somebody, justify it. What, cheating on her? I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. You cheated on her. Right, the relationship's over right then. COVID cheated, right? Shouldn't that relationship been over right then? Why did she hang around like some shady cop for 3 years trying to get a fucking pension? Right, get the 10 years in? I don't know, maybe that's too harsh. That shit bothers me, man. Dude, there is an epidemic of gold digging whores in this country. There's an epidemic of gold digging whores in this country. Dude, there's an epidemic of gold digging whores in this country. Dude, there's an epidemic of gold digging whores in this country. Dude, there's an epidemic of gold digging whores in this country. And every night I put on the news and I'm waiting for someone to address it. Every night, never see it, you know? Every night I bring up gold digging whores and the whole crowd rolls back like mafia talking about Bigfoot, right? Like I'm saying the moon's made out of cheese or something. Talking about whores, people! They're everywhere! Crowd rolls back like mafia talking about Bigfoot, right? Like I'm saying the moon's made out of cheese or something. Talking about whores, people! They're everywhere!
Yeah. So that's what it is, he sips. All right, female empowerment dominating the music, right? Forbes, Kylie Jenner is changing. She's made it popular to change, transform your appearance. Trans, there you go too. So the ruling spirit of this age is transforming. That also goes into, check this out, Neptune. Watch, Neptune. characteristics. Neptune, Uranus. All right. So Neptune is the outermost planet in the solar system. Is a planet of illusion, spirituality, and the intangible, the all and nothing. Intangible, right? That's intangible. In astrology, it is the ruler of Pisces in the 12th house, symbolizing by the trident of Poseidon. And these elites, they worship Poseidon, bro. They got statues of Poseidon in their grottos, the grotesque, their grados. They build grados for sex and sex magic and all these things. And the elite, they worship Poseidon because he's the ruling spirit of this age, man. He's the all and nothing, the dissolver of boundaries, the dissolver of solid ideologies. They've even changed math, bro. They've changed biological science. They don't know what a woman is no more, right? And they worship this, the elite worship of Poseidon. Let's check that out. Statues and swim pools, rich grottos. They call grottos, swim pools. See this? Okay, like that. This is how the elite get down, bro. Super rich, like this, boom, and they put Poseidon there because Poseidon is like represents all luxury and pleasure and wealth, right? This in your basement, but they put up the Poseidon there. Anyway, yeah, so let me see if I can get through this. Okay, transforming her entire appearance through dozens of cosmetic surgeries, and her tremendous influence has made procedures such as lip injections and fat transferers popular even among middle-class American women. In an age where our lives are dominated by screens and our perception is consistently filtered through social media and entertainment, it is hard to find a portrayal of women that is not defined by feminist sexual liberation. I'm gonna show you an image right now that's not dominated by sexual liberation. This is an image not dominated by sexual liberation. This is the image not dominated by sexual liberation. Boom, check this out. This is the opposite of, this is the opposite this is chastity. This is not whoredom. We need more of this image, not more of the Cardi B, the elite. Not more of this. We need more chastity. Not more of this. Definitely not more of that. Lord help us. Don't let your children watch anything like that. What these people are doing or their fads or nothing like that. See that? We need to be the opposite of that. All right. What else? All right. So still a lot more. I think I'll continue this part 2. I'll see where I left off of. But for now, yeah, man. So we're going into this, and if I don't get back, I'll definitely be back on. Let's see. I go by the lunar Shabbat next Friday night or Saturday night. No, I'll be back on next Saturday. So I'm on lunar Shabbat. So it'll be June 6th. I'll be back on June 6th, and I'll set up the live now. So if any brothers out there catch this and you want to be a part of this discussion, come on in. I'll be back on next Saturday afternoon. With that, I'm gonna end it like I always do. Let's hear the conclusion of the matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Shalom.